that's just was my thing. Even though when I seen, and then sometimes when you see people doing better than you, like that's more motivation for you to say, you know what, I'm not gonna quit.
Right.
You know, because they say like other professions are essential. No, man, you essential. You're essential to the community you live in. You're essential to everything that's going on. Like as far as like where you live or outside of where you live, like somebody needs what you have.
What's up, A to Z? As we back at it, it's another episode from A to Z. Got a very special guest in the building. My brother got his own mobile barbershop. My boy is a stylist. You know, does it all. We was just talking off camera. He said he cutting the middleman out because he pretty much is getting to it. You know what I mean? And KD the Barber, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, man. Let the people know who you are, where you from, what you got going on, and we'll get into everything from there.
All right, for sure. Well, I'm originally man from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Okay.
Been born and raised here in Duval County. Been here most of my life, man. Went to high school here. Um, Graduated, man. Went to the military, and then after I got out of the military, I just decided to do the whole entrepreneur thing. Um, I always been a barber in the neighborhood. That's where it first started at. You know, in the neighborhood, everybody in my family can cut. So
For real?
yeah,
Like
my
a generational thing?
yeah, like my pops can cut, my brother can cut, and then after they done went on and did their own thing, I just decided, hey, y'all don't want to do nothing with it, so
Right.
I'm gonna go for it and pick it up. So
So did they cut? I didn't mean to cut you. Did they cut just to do, or were they in barbershops?
no, they was just just like
Like a
household
hobby?
cuts.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and so people in the neighborhood come around, get a haircut on the porch. That one clipper
Yeah,
doing
yeah, yeah.
everything.
Doing everything. Clip a hot.
Yeah, man, burning and
Yeah.
everything, man. But I was like, man, I got a choice. Either I want to go the corporate route or I want to do what I want to do. So I was like, man, I don't want to work for nobody. I wasn't one of those type of people that was confined to a space.
Gotcha.
So that wasn't my thing. So I went to school here, FSCJ. Had a little dilemma there because they wasn't offering the barbering program. It was offering the cosmetology. So I had to take that route and went through that, passed the whole state board, man, and just went from there and got into old school barbershop. This is before all this chalk and
Yeah, all the
spray.
spray.
Yeah. Like you know you're a real barber when you don't need to use none of that.
Yeah.
So old school cat man let me come in there, and after I graduated, I grinded with him for about at least 7 years,
Yeah.
good 7 years, and then we had our little differences, and I was like, man, it's time for me to go. So in the back of my mind, I was like, I was already thinking like I didn't want to work for nobody. So I had this vision, man. Would it be dope for me to go to people from a mobile perspective? So I was like, man, one day I'm gonna end up, getting this vehicle, man. I don't know how I'm gonna get it on there,
Right.
but I'm gonna do it. People thought it was crazy. Like, man, how you going? Stuff gonna fall over? I was like, nah, man, I got a vision. So I was like, I'm gonna get this done. So fast forward, man, come 2015, I went to this vision board party. I ain't know nothing about no vision board party. And it was like, one of these things where you get in a group, you write down everything that you want to do, and you try to accomplish those goals. So man, I wrote down on the board just a few things. The one thing I did say, I said I want to be a multipreneur. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like,
What's a multipreneur?
yeah, what's a multipreneur? And I'm like, that's what I want to be. You know what I mean? And I never was one of those cats that was just like, oh, I'm just gonna do this and I'm done. Like even if I am great in one area, there's still room for me to do other stuff. So I decided to come up with a concept of opening up a mobile barbershop. I already had the name, uh, everything, man. Everything was in my head. I just had to put it on paper. And I had everything, set up. But financially, I just couldn't, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't do it because, like any black male in United States, man, like it's hard.
Yeah.
Just trying to not be,
Statistics.
yeah, statistic and the whole systematic way of things that's just going on with African American men, man, having to go through so many layers and so many steps to get just to be able to say I work for myself.
Right.
That was one of my things, and just being a single father, all those kind of things, man, back and forth with court, trying to get kids, outside of my career. So I said I never let those things stop me from getting to where do what I want to do. So one day, man, I was like, yo, I can't do this anymore. I'm not gonna work for nobody. I just started putting money to the side, stacking it, getting everything I needed, putting it up, and then here we are, man. Took me almost 4 years just to be able to step foot in the business.
Gotcha.
I already had the legal documents to say that, but they needed to see that the physical business to be able to get a business license. So I did that. It's just been a journey, man. Like, had a lot of no's till I got to that one yes.
Right.
And so,
let me ask you this: with the cosmetology, because I heard you say they didn't have the barbering program at FCCJ, but you got the cosmetology license.
Yeah.
Were you able to? Was that equivalent to the bar? Like, you can use that and still be a barber?
You can use that and still. It's certain guidelines and rules. As a barber stylist, you're only allowed to perform certain services on clients. Like, you can do the shave, you can do the razor and all that kind of stuff, but you cannot have a mobile vehicle. Like, you can't operate. And a lot of guys, they be like, oh, I'm finna do the same thing. But, man, you got to make sure that you have a cosmetology license. Because with cosmetology license, you're able to have a mobile vehicle. Same thing with mobile pet groomers, body wraps, what else? Mobile nail.
So if it's stationary, like if you're in the shop, you don't need to have that. Like the barbering, you could just use a cosmetology license.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
But if it's mobile, then you need to have your barbering license and the cosmetology.
No, you just need that to be mobile. Period. You got to have a cosmetology license.
Oh, just the cosmetology.
Yeah, you can't hold a barber's license and do mobile.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
State board won't require it. So a lot of guys, that come and ask me, they want to scope out the bus. Like, oh man, I should have thought of this. I'm like, man, you got your cosmetology license? They be like, nah.
Oh, so they got to go back.
They got to go back.
So you actually had a foot up.
Yeah.
Because you had the cosmetology license first.
Yeah.
Did you have to go back and get your barber?
No. I just went straight out with that. That's because I already thought about it.
Right.
Way before I even, got to the point of saying, I thought about this in school. While I was in school. And so, after I graduated, I still was thinking about it.
Yeah.
Until I actually seen someone out in L.A. Dude had a Sprinter, Mercedes Sprinter. And I was like, this dude done took my thought. You know what I'm saying? I said, I gotta put this in work, man.
That's what's up.
So, I'm here now.
So tell me about, you said you was in the military. How many years?
I was listed for 4.
4 years.
Yeah.
What branch?
Navy.
The Navy.
Yeah.
It's real in the Navy, ain't it? Y'all don't do too much.
No. I just be out there in the water, man.
I can't be out there all the time. How long do you be out to sea? Like, take me back to those times when you was in the Navy and y'all out there.
Man, well, my command at the time really didn't, our captain wasn't one of those type of higher ups who cared about going out to sea all the time. They pretty much want us to be in port, like working on the ship, stuff like that. I wasn't one of those guys who like to go out to sea anyway, because I don't like being out there in that water like that. That's why I don't even do cruises, man.
For real?
Yeah,
I do a cruise because I know I do the 3 day. That's it. I know 3 days.
Oh, nah, dude.
By the 3rd day, I'm ready to go anyways.
Nah, we was out there for weeks.
Nah, I can't do it.
6 months deployment.
I can't do it.
That ain't for everybody, but it taught me discipline. You know what I'm saying? It helped me be part of the person who I am today. So, big ups to the military, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to, I got a cousin who just retired from the military, from the Army, 35 years.
Oh, yeah. He making bank. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. He didn't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
He had no more rank. They didn't know he just was,
Yeah, he won them seasoned.
Yeah, call shots from his house.
Yeah.
Type thing. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't privileged to get to that point, dude.
Yeah.
So, I was like, I
got
what I got.
Some time. He just retired, I think, last month.
Oh, dang, yeah.
Just retired last month.
He just going to the mailbox, dog.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he ain't got to do nothing else but just, go to the mailbox.
His house so big. He stay in Virginia.
Yeah.
House
Oh
is
yeah.
humongous.
He in Virginia.
Yeah.
I was up there. So yeah.
Yeah, so
Nice
you
up there.
know, man. So coming out of the military, did you have did you go straight into barbering?
Yeah. I went
Were you cutting on the ship?
Oh yeah, I was doing everything, man. I was cutting people on the ship. Dudes was like, hey man, we finna go out and port. You
Yeah.
coming? Or like, nah, man. You know, like, but they needed a haircut. So
And you
you
the
know,
man.
these dudes paying me, $50, $75, $100,
For a haircut.
just for a haircut.
Were you the only one on the ship
Oh
cutting?
yeah, I was the only dude.
Oh, so you was the person.
Yeah. I was that dude, man.
So you getting them right, and then they coming back,
One clipper, man.
and they coming because they getting that check.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, them boys was like
So you cut with one clipper.
one clipper. I ain't have what I have today.
So you was basically doing what your pops and brother was doing
Yeah.
on the porch,
Yeah.
but out on the port,
Yeah.
basically on the ship.
Same thing, man.
Same thing.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
Did it in high school and I did it when I got into my career field.
So you've been cutting pretty much all your life.
All my life, man.
I never met somebody who had a family of people who like cut hair and it
Yeah.
just trickle down or whatever. And then are you the only one that has a shop or mobile?
Yeah, I'm the only one in the hair industry, man. Like
Only one.
only one.
Do they still? Any of them still cut?
Yeah, my brother still cut, man.
For real?
If you see his hair, you be
Yeah.
like, dang, did I cut that?
Yeah.
He cut too. You know
Oh,
what I'm
that's
saying? So
dope.
it's like I wish we would have took that and made a legacy out of it, but
He don't want to come work with the brand.
He up in the he big wig in corporate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so he doing this corporate thing. So
Hey, no, more power to him. you
yeah,
know
more
what I'm
power
saying?
to him, but he got them hands though.
That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
So with the before you got to the mobile, doing the mobile barber, were you working? Did you ever work in anybody's spots, or did you just go straight like?
Yeah. I worked with this old cat by the name of Lou, man, on the west side of Jacksonville. Worked with him. He really showed me what it meant to be a barber. You know what I mean? A lot of these new guys, they doing all this stuff, man, just to sell a cut. Like if your clipper's not right, if you can't set your clippers to get the haircut sharp, all the other, you just painting. Like,
Yeah.
what's the purpose of putting spray? Not knocking to some of the barbers, what they doing, but I'm the type of dude, like, I don't need all that.
Right.
If I put it on there, like, it's just
Like,
something
yeah.
you want, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can put the clip on your head and just cut it and,
The natural way.
yeah, the natural, tape up. You think, one dude asked me, man, oh man, you did that haircut? I seen it on Instagram, man. You using Hansoms? Like, nah, dude. Just,
You know how to use your clippers.
yeah, I'm not using my clippers, man, Now, if I use it,
Now you really
it's-
going
yeah,
up.
now you just going up.
I
But,
feel you.
that's stuff for, like, proms, weddings.
Yeah.
It don't make no sense of getting that stuff and you going to Family Dollar on a Tuesday, just
Yeah.
chalk on your head,
Chalk
you gonna
on
sweat
your
it out,
I hate when they put the chalk, the white stuff. I don't like that stuff.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Boxed out and like, don't put
No,
that
man, I'm like, dude, don't homicide me, dog.
on. Yeah, don't chalk me out.
Don't put that on me, man. Yeah.
Yeah, the chalk. Sometimes be too. I be seeing people, and it's like a trend. It's like they leave it on there.
Yeah.
They leave it on there. You see the line and stuff.
They don't wash their face, man. Like they go home.
No, for real. I
Yeah.
done seen them. Like I seen people taking pictures in the club, and I know you got your hair cut that day.
Yeah.
But the chalk line's still there, so you ain't wash your face.
Yes, I'll
You
do
like,
that.
look, I'm gonna keep this chalk line.
They
here.
don't do it. Dude be like, man, hey, man, you got that chalk. They probably been out there in the streets.
Yeah.
Hey, man, line me up. You got that chalk on you? I'm like, dude, you been like this.
Yeah, you
95
been-
degrees
yeah.
outside, dude. What you talking about?
Chalk, they want that chalk.
They can have it. You gonna pay for it.
So with the mobile barber, you worked with the guy for how many years?
About 7 years, man.
7 years,
Yeah.
and you learned from him basically
Yeah.
on barbering, and was it how to run a business or more so barbering?
How to run a business. Cause coming in, he was like, man, like, dude, you can cut, He was
Yeah.
like, I ain't never seen no young cat like you, cut like that. Like I ain't gotta train you nothing. He was like, man, I just want to teach you the ropes on what to look for. People coming here, asking you crazy questions like what time you close, like why you gotta know all that. Barbershop open. Most
Right,
barbershops close at 6.
Yeah.
These guys come in counting your money. oh yeah, I'm gonna come back, man. Just certain things that an old school person would know. You know what I'm saying? OG dude. So he really showed me like everything from a business perspective.
Does he still have the shop?
Yeah, he still has a shop. He moved it further down on the west side, but the dude showed me a lot, man. Like a lot.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen eye to eye on certain things, but I respect him. Him being my senior. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I never discredit him as far as
what you learned.
What I learned. Some of these new guys, they come out of school, they think they gonna get it right then and there. Like the money come. These social media barbers. You know what I'm saying? Like you should be able to sell a cut without putting a picture on on Facebook or Instagram. Like people should just know you. Like, oh man, that dude cut your hair, man. I seen him do it at the store, man. Cut his hair. Like,
yeah.
That's how I generate my people. You know what I mean? Pictures can be enhanced, but you can't enhance a walk in the store. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, man. So big hats off to him. Yeah, man.
So after being there for 7 years, learning from him, learning the game, and perfecting your craft. Yeah. At what point did you start the Mobile Barber?
Actually, when it started, 2019. Yeah, 2019.
2019.
Yeah, that was the year that I finally did it.
Did you drove up here in it?
No. I
want to see it.
Yeah, I left forward, man.
Okay, got you. Yeah, so how many chairs on? Like how many? Is it just one?
It's just me.
It's just you.
Yeah,
I got you.
I cleared out all the seats, because I just wanted it for me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to share space.
Share space with
people. It's a personal. Barbering is a personal thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? These barbershops with these 8 and 10 and 12, which there's no problem with that because you're trying to help people get money. But I want it personal. It's not really about the money because I'm going to get paid anyway. I want it to be just me and that customer. You never know what's going on at home.
The barbershop, like barbers are like in the barbershop itself. You have your barbershop talk, but if you have your personal barber that you go to all the time, like I have with mine, it's almost like we get a chance to talk about all type of stuff, life, what he got going on, what I got going on, business ventures, credit, all type of stuff. You know what I mean? It's a relationship that you build with that person over time. Yeah. And I'm sure you have clients like that they come and you get a haircut and then y'all just get to talking about stuff and they may be telling you stuff that they don't tell nobody else.
Yeah, it happens all the time, man.
Yeah, they feel confident in just talking to you. So how do you go about getting people there or book, or do you pull up on them? Like, how does that work?
Well, mostly by word of mouth. Sometimes I post on social media just to show, I can cut, but I rely on word of mouth. People normally be like, hey man, where you get your cut from? Or, man, KD, Triple K. Most people, they call me like, is it Triple K? They don't call me by my name. They be like, it's Triple K. And I'm like, yeah. But the crazy thing is, man, because let me say this, Jacksonville, it's a dope city. Don't get me wrong, but it takes a while for new things to get recognized in this city. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you go places like Miami, New York, they own it.
It get here late.
Yeah, get here late. Yeah. My whole purpose of creating this, man, is to reach those people who they all about time. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have time. They might get off at 6 or, they live on the south side, but they work on the west side. You don't want to drive on JTB, be stuck there for an hour. So that's the luxury service. For me to come to your house, man, catch you or catch your neighbor or whoever. You don't have to leave the house. You know what I mean? Single mothers that's, got kids and they got to do homework, wash clothes. That's the type of people that I'm trying to cater to. And then with COVID just happened, like that just really made me just want to do it even more because it's people who, the essential workers, like the doctors, the law enforcement people, like they don't have the time to go get a haircut. So I'm giving the city something different. And then going beyond that, like, you get married, man, you don't want a 3-4 day old haircut. Like, why not pull up to the venue hours before, the wedding ceremony, and I take care of all the groomsmen. You know what I mean? Like that's the whole purpose behind being a mobile barber, like reaching to those people who, normally would come to the barbershop, but you can come to them, you know what I'm saying? So that's just where I'm at and just trying to build a franchise of that.
That's dope, man. Cause I done seen your mobile barber shop several times. Like one time I was right behind you. I was in traffic. I was like, KD the Barber, and I remember going to Instagram because you had the Instagram on the back. I went on. I was like, "Oh, this is dope." So I'll be looking on there. I'm like, and it's set up nice inside too.
Appreciate
man.
that, man.
It's dope inside. So I thought that was a dope idea, and I saw you. I think I was coming down Atlantic or something, and I'm literally at the light, and I was looking at my phone, and I looked up, and I saw your
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you go into these places, like, are you charging them for the haircut, and are you charging them like travel price?
Yeah. Starting out, I was just all over the place, bro. I didn't know how to pretty much have a consistency of a price list. It's like one week I'm doing this amount, so I was like, man, you know what? I got to do it based on mileage and time. So the average haircut in a barbershop nowadays, start from kid, the average price is like $25, $30 starting out. So all I do is I tag on $25 for gas.
Right.
That's for the first 15 to 18 miles. Either way you go in Jacksonville, it's at least 20 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. But when you start going over that 20 mile, you're like 28 and 30. I tag on an additional $1.50 per mile. It's just it's convenience. You're paying for convenience. You know what I mean? It's not like you're gonna pay that going somewhere else, sitting and waiting, and then have to drive back. So,
do you have like time frames, like? Because I'm trying to see, like, do you travel to Orange Park, or do you keep it?
No, I go everywhere. I go anywhere. Last place I went, man, I was in Green Cove. Yeah, so one of the
I know that was a nice check.
Yeah, that was big.
Yeah, get that.
The news reporter, man, she referred me to one of her neighbors.
Oh wow.
Lady by the name of Mary Bear, Channel 4. Older white lady. Dude was like, hey man, he's 75% blind. See those people, you know what I'm saying?
Who can't get out and go to an actual barbershop.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna come to you and give you this experience that you can't get.
Yeah, man.
Because of that. I get what you're saying. So you got something, basically a problem that you figured out solving to.
Yeah.
And helping people do it.
Definitely, man.
So 2019 is when you started it.
Yeah.
So going on about 2 years.
2019 is when I started, and I made a year. 2019 to October 2020, I made a year. So I'm just a little over a year and a couple months. Yeah,
a couple months. And how has it been?
It's been good, man. It has its ups and downs.
Right.
You know what I mean? With any.
Yeah,
I'm a new business, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like when I was working in the shop paying a booth, you're a new business owner. The fact that I'm my own business, you know what I'm saying? It's people think, oh, you just jump out the water, knocking people in the head, you making all the money, all this stuff you see on social media, like, oh yeah, I'm in my bag. No, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not in my bag, you know what I'm saying? I'm just fortunate enough, you know what I'm saying, to be able to still maintain and survive, even in the midst of the pandemic, you know what I mean? But there's always room to grow, you know what I mean? And I have other stuff under my belt, that I do, so try to level things out, you know what I mean?
Got you. So with the clientele that you have, is it like a diverse clientele?
Yeah.
So very diverse.
I would say 70% African American and 30%, you just break it down, white, Latino, stuff like that.
That's dope, man. I like the idea. I like the fact that
man.
you get a chance to like pull up on the people, you know what I mean? And you making it more convenient.
Yeah.
Because I know for me, it's a drive. Like I know I have to set an appointment, then I have to drive over there and traffic and all this other stuff, and then I be rushing trying to get there because I'm always late.
Bro, you could be cutting the grass and be like, hey man, pull up.
Yeah. And you pull up.
Pull up on you, man, and
How do they do you got a booking site or do they call?
They go on, you can either go on my Facebook at Triple K's Mobile Barbershop, or you go on Instagram at KD the Barber. You can book there it's a link. You hit the link, it'll take you straight to the Square. Everything runs through Square.
Square, I got you. And
So
it's set up.
it's set up that way. They're easy, man. Sometimes people they call me like, "Hey man, how much it costs?" I'm on the site right now, and I'm like, "Dude."
Yeah, that's the number. That people just don't read. They're
they're like, "Dude."
They want you to do it for them.
Do it for them.
Yeah, that's all.
I'm not doing that, dude. Like,
yeah, it's on the site for a reason. Read it, check out, book yourself, and then pulling up.
Yeah.
Got you, man. So tell me, how did you start doing how'd you get into styling?
Yo, to be honest with you, man, that's my first love, dude.
Personal styling?
Yeah, that's fashion is
okay.
Yeah, man. Barbering is like that's second nature. So I could pick up some Walmart clippers and cut. But man, that fashion, man, like I work, a lot of people don't know, man, I work at Gap, I worked at Kato's women's clothing, man. I worked at a couple places, man. Bell's Outlet, dude. But one of the biggest places I ever had the opportunity to work at was Nordstrom.
Oh yeah.
I was the only brother in there, man.
In Nordstrom, yeah.
Yeah, man. I was. They turned me down 6 times.
Trying to get a job there?
Yeah, before they hired me, man. I would come there in suits all the time, dude, and they just be like, they thought I was like regions or somebody coming looking and inspecting. I was like, no, I'm trying to get a position. Every department I went to, they interviewed me, thought I was a sharp person. But they say, I don't think you fit in this department. And then one day, man, the manager was like, the store manager, she was like, I don't know what it is about you, but I'm gonna give you a shot. So I worked in the personal styling department on the customer service experience. So I was like all in, learning brands versus designer, man. Just knowing how things worked in the retail industry, dude. I was like a bellhop, you know what I'm saying? I was escorting people to the car, they carrying bags to them. It was the experience. And I was only there for about a year. But man, the knowledge that I gained, but I had to learn it from afar. Like I couldn't go up to somebody and be like, they're just, snoot their nose up to me. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I said, you know what, I'm gonna do this. And I said, once I learn the material and everything, the knowledge, I'm gonna go out and do it myself. So one day, man, I never forget, I bought some mannequins from JCPenney on Dunn Avenue. They was going out of business. And I just started putting stuff together, man, putting stuff together just here and there. One of the stores that I partnered with was Style Mart. They closed down. Yeah. But I started from there, man, and just kept going. And, I done met some people in Atlanta.
You styled some stuff for Style Mart?
Yeah, for Style Mart. I used to display it, and they used to send me stuff, man, through social media, like send me gift cards, stuff like that. Just because I was like, young African American man, what do you see in Style Mart? Because let's just be real, Style Mart they don't cater to the minority or the Black African American community. So they're just looking like, you turning this stuff into stuff we would have never thought that to put that piece together with that. So right before they closed, they was actually trying to get me to like be a partner like with them, like in it was called the Style Mart Style Squad. And so, man, never got an opportunity to do that because they went into bankruptcy, but people started knowing me for that.
Hey, if you like what you're seeing, you like what you're hearing, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the notification button so you can get all the alerts when we drop the videos. Each and every week, we'll have a new guest on here talking about entrepreneurship, business, and everything in between. So make sure you stay tuned from A to Z. We're going to let you get back to it. Subscribe, like, share.
That's the name, Mr. Peculiar Styles. I just was like, man, Mama used to always tell me, you're a peculiar kid. And I just took that and ran with it. Peculiar mean unique, different, right. And I said, I really want to do this aside from barbering. So I just started doing it, man. It's like no fashion school experience.
So where did that love, because you said that's like your first love, where did that come from?
Oh, man, my brother, my older brother, man, they used to call him Sweat. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do like he sweat. He called him that high school. Yeah, Sweat. He used to dress all dapper, you know what I'm saying? But I used to always want to be like him, as far as fashion goes. Yeah. He was wearing, this is when, not the Tommy Hilfiger you see all these people wearing now, like the real with the little emblem. Tommy. So, man, brother one day bust out with a pink polo collar Tommy shirt, Tommy shorts with a braided belt, brown braided belt with I think he had on Eastlands or something like that, man. Like, I was like, I mean, he was wearing Elises and, man, it's just some of the stuff they bringing out today. He was just clean with duck head and even Bugle Boy. Like, he was just, he was clean. I was like, man, I used to be mad because, like, dude, where you get this stuff from, man? You just come home, man, be bags and just be shopping. But I said, one day, man, I said, hey, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to just be dressing. And I get that from him. But I went above that. I tapped into the female fashion, you know what I mean? Because I can style a dude. Ain't, men, we simple. You know what I'm saying? We're not complex. So, and women, man, it's a challenge because every woman,
it's built different. They got curves. You got stuff that may fit up the top, but not at the bottom. They may fit in the thighs, but not the butt. So figuring all that stuff out, I know
it's a challenge, man. But I love it, man.
Yeah. What do you see yourself doing with the stylist? Like being like, or have you ever even styled some celebrities before? Or is that a goal?
Well, one in particular, she's not a celebrity, but in my eyes, I looked at her like celebrity. She was on that show with nephew Tommy called Real Chance of Love or something like that.
Oh yeah. You talking about what's the show? I watched that show too, man.
She was on season 2, I think.
Season 2 of Ready to Love.
Yeah, Ready to Love. Yeah, her name was her first name Tiffany, but she gave me a shot. Drove all the way to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Styled her, man, and then right now I'm working on another person from the TV show The Game. Yeah, one of the TV shows, I think it's season 1 through 3 or something like that. Yeah, she gave me a shot. She's like, I trust you. I think you're dope. I'm gonna give you a shot. So
how did that come about? Like, or how did you get the first one? How did you get Tiffany from Ready to Love?
I just reached out to her, man. It's all about
Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, just Instagram, man. Just having that faith and courage, man. Just to, a lot of times when you're in business for yourself, you be hesitant. You know what I'm saying? I just took that leap of faith, man. And say, you know what? I'm gonna make a name for myself. If I can't make it in the city, I'm gonna go outside and try to make a name for myself. So she was just like, "Oh wow, me? I'm no celebrity, And she was like, "I appreciate that." So drove to Atlanta, went there, did that for her, man. And then I reached out to the girl from The Game. She was like, "Yeah, I've been following you and I've been seeing your stuff, so I definitely want to give you a shot."
Oh, so she knew of you already.
Yeah, because I followed her and I used to comment on her stuff, and I like, man, I like your content. And she was like, yeah, and I said, man, I would love to style you. Give me an opportunity. She was like, okay. I thought she was gonna be like, no, I have a stylist, but she's like, yeah, do your thing. So I'm working on her stuff right now. I'm just trying to, man, I gotta motivate myself every day, man. Even when I get told no, you know what I'm saying, oh, I'm good, or whatever. I'm going after a certain crowd, certain genre style of people. So I don't give up, man. I just keep going.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? I'll be looking at your stuff, man, and you know what I'm saying. Much love to you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Man.
So I was looking at your thing today. Somebody, people calling, they be like, hey, yo, hey, man, you open? I'm
get right to it, bro. Yeah. They don't say like I greet people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say good morning, good afternoon. If it's evening, good evening. Hello, how you doing? Yeah. Before I jump into what I'm got to say or what I'm asking for or something like that, they just send messages and just get right to it. Don't say, man, how you doing or none of that.
I'm like, hey, man, who referred you? Yeah, man, I just want to know, man, you cutting?
Yeah.
Like, what's your name, man?
Right.
Like, oh, yeah, well, I'm on the website. I'm like, yeah, man, I'll be up here. Yeah. We don't even get that service. Well, you can't get me if you don't book. So
I got you, man. I deal with it all the time, man. It's just like, but I the way I combat it is I respond back how I want you to respond back to me.
Yeah.
So I know how to do it too. You know what I'm saying? Like I will make you respond back.
Yeah.
I want you to respond.
Yeah.
You know, it's just doing it in a way of like, be courteous, man. Like say something first and acknowledge, you know what I'm saying, and then go into your spiel. We could talk after that.
Yeah.
But don't treat me just like I'm just like jumping. Hey, how many shirts did I'll be like? Nope, I'm not even answering.
Yeah, man, you gotta be professional. You know, like I told you, you know, you're a businessman with a business. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I did want to say, man, as you know, as a race, as you know, as a whole, like what I've seen in the last few years, man, we're like real divided when it comes to black entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of hate going on. You know what I mean?
You think like between the black community?
Yeah, like, you know, I'm all for it, but we have to deal with, you know, when everybody's saying they're in that bag, or everybody's saying they're doing this and doing that, like, we really don't support each other. Because this is all we got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm not racist, but they master that. You know, they master, you know, establishing businesses and putting stuff together. And anytime we come together, you know, we put on that talk, but when it's really time to come together and unite, we always gotta be one up over one another. Or, you know, I was saying something earlier to a friend of mine, like, we only race that I know that refer people not, you know, to use our business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you wonder why we're not at a level where we should be, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's greatness in us, you know what I mean? Like,
all day.
Nobody knows fashion like we know it, you know what I'm saying? Can't nobody do, like, they don't understand it like we understand, you know what I'm saying?
We put this on, and that's how we know how to put this stuff together, you know, and we get imitated.
Yeah, man, a lot.
There
was one point in time, like, we was trying to copy everybody with, you know, with the perm hair and all this kind of stuff. But now they want to be like us, you know what I mean? So, you know, my thing to people in the city and you're watching, man, we gotta be big on this unity and like not saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna mess with you, oh yeah, I'm gonna shop with you, but we really have to support one another, you know. Even in barbering, man, there's a lot of dudes that one of my homeboys, he was on your show, man.
Butter,
that's a good guy, man.
Yeah.
Good dude.
Shout out Butter Bean.
Yeah, Butter, man. Yeah, that's a good dude, man. Real good dude. But more people like that in the city.
Yeah.
You know, we need people like that. But I just want to be one of the first male stylists / barbers, man, that really want to do something different in the city, man.
You doing it?
I am in a sense, but I really want to just be given that chance to say, hey, you just give me opportunity, man. Like, I'm doing stuff for free, dude. Just to try to say, hey, man, you don't owe me nothing. I just want to show you that, hey, man, I'm good at this.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's other people, I'm humble enough to say there's other dudes that cut better than me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I just want people to know that, hey, man, this is something different. You know, you're not gonna find this nowhere. You know, the barbering, the styling. You know, if you need pictures, you know, I'll do it all for you. The whole thing, you know, and I'm not trying to discredit nobody, but I just want people to know it's certain people in the industry that master in doing everything. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm here for, man, to try to bring something different to the city. Hopefully things will turn around, you know, people are like, oh, man, that dude dope. You know, just like you, I didn't even know, you know, until somebody was like, you know, Will, man, you check him out, you do it. I'm like, oh, man, I said, you know, I'm telling you, man, you got a new show and clothing well. I was like, yeah, so I've been checking you out, man.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man.
But that's what this is about, like, to piggyback off what you were saying about, like, us not coming together and things of that nature. That's why I wanted to create this platform, to be able to sit down with the entrepreneurs and really like connect and get those stories, you know what I mean? Just to show like it's so many ways you can support.
Right.
You know, everybody thinks support is always monetary.
No.
But it's so many ways. If you liking a picture, sharing something that somebody posted, reposting it, you know what I mean? Stuff like this, just supporting your brand and allowing you to have an opportunity to get this out to people who may not know that we got a person in the city who has a mobile barber shop that can come to you and get you set up. We got a person that is a stylist that if you're looking to get fresh for a photo shoot or event or whatever the case may be, he gonna get you right. But like you said, some people and it trickles back to slavery because they taught that and instilled that in our ancestors so heavy to hate on one another.
Yeah.
Right? So you had the field Negro and you had
Yeah,
the
house
house
Negro.
Negro.
Yeah.
Right? And that house Negro said, "Oh, I ain't like y'all. I'm in the house. I'm in AC.
Yeah.
I served them. I'm good. Master love me." And then the field Negro was out here busting his behind. So he would do or she would do whatever they could to take that spot.
Yeah.
And so that still is present in right now,
Yeah.
as we speak, just not on that. Well, you're not in the house, you're not in the field, but it's still the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got somebody who may be up here doing their thing, and then you're down here, and you're trying to pull them down because you're trying to get up there. Versus like reaching out to that person, and then I think those people who do get up, start climbing the ladder, you have to be able to pull somebody up with you. That's it. It's just as I go up, I'm pulling somebody,
man.
and then that person need to pull somebody, and then we eventually all get to the top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just doing it like that, man. But it's definitely been dope talking to you. I want to know though, if you you know, got any tips for anybody who's trying to start their own business, what would you say?
Man, just, stay focused, man. Never let nobody tell you what you can and you cannot do. It's one of my biggest scenes from Pursuit of Happiness, man. Like, it's a scene on there. He talking to his son. He's like, man, don't let nobody tell you what you can and cannot do, not even me. And I post that in my social media statuses all the time, man. But you gotta stay focused. Always remain humble, man. Even when it seems like it ain't working out, that's the most critical time to where you buckle down and say, I'm still gonna do it. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to hear no. Because no is your best friend. You know what I mean? Like, that's just was my thing. Even though when I seen, and then sometimes when you see people doing better than you, like that's more motivation for you to say, you know what, I'm not gonna quit.
Right.
Because they say like other professions are essential. No, man, you're essential. You're essential to the community you live in. You're essential to everything that's going on. Like as far as like where you live or outside of where you live, like somebody needs what you have. And don't ever feel like, oh, it's not important, because there's somebody who was moving up for you to move in. You know what I mean? Just never give up, man, and just have that faith, man, and trust in the process.
That's what's up, man. It's been good talking
man,
to you,
no
my
problem,
brother.
man.
I appreciate you for coming through, man. Real talk. I thank you for taking time out and coming and sit with me, dog, because I be reaching out to people and it would be great. It'd be amazing some of the responses I get with you, but it's all good. I'm gonna connect with everybody that I can that wants to share their platform and also give some tips and some knowledge to individuals that's trying to get in the game and start being their own boss and running their own business and starting corporations and all that other stuff. Because we got the power to do it. So you gotta have. Sometimes it takes for people to see somebody who looks just like them or have a story like them for them to say, "Dang, I could do that too, man." He went to the military. He went to barbering school. He got his own stuff. He got the truck. Dang, that's something I thought of. Just like you saw the dude in Los Angeles, and you was like, I thought of that. I had the idea, but it had you not seen that, you probably would have been like still thinking about it.
Yeah.
But to actually visually see it, you said, "Oh, it can be done," and then you went ahead and did it, man. And that's what this is all about, man. Actually taking it from point A to point Z. Talking to my brother KD. As you can see, man, he got the Mobile Barbershop and he's a stylist. So if you ever need your style put together, holla at KD. How do they get in contact with you, bro?
You can find me on Instagram at KD the Barber or Triple K's Mobile Barbershop, or you can also find me on Facebook under the name Triple K's Mobile Barbershop. And for the styling aspect, you can find me on both pages, social media, Facebook and Instagram at Mr. Peculiar Styles.
Mr. Peculiar Styles, man. On that note, we up out of here. This has been another episode from A to Z. Make sure you holler at me, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Tap in. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about the interviews. Let me know what we need to work on. I'm open to constructive criticism. You can't bother me. So it doesn't matter what you say. Like, it don't matter what nobody said.
Yeah.
I know me. I know what I think. So it's all good. But yeah, leave some feedback and let me know what y'all think, man. And we're gonna catch you on the next episode. We up out of here. Yeah, I'm